In the pantheon of industrial revolutionaries, Henry Ford stands as a towering figure. The man who didn't just build cars, but redefined how goods were manufactured and how people lived. His innovations in mass production and labor practices transformed the 20th century, making automobiles accessible to the common man and setting the template for modern industrial capitalism. Born on July 30, 1863, on a farm near Dearborn, Michigan, Ford's journey from a mechanically inclined farm boy to the architect of the automotive age is a story of relentless ingenuity, bold experimentation, and an unwavering belief in the power of efficiency. Ford's early years were rooted in rural simplicity. The sixth child of Irish immigrant parents, he grew up tending crops and livestock, but his true passion lay in tinkering with machines. At 12, he disassembled and rebuilt a pocket watch, a feat that revealed his innate gift for mechanics. By 15, he left the farm to work as an apprentice machinist in Detroit, where he absorbed the principles of steam engines and precision tooling. These foundational experiences instilled in him a lifelong obsession with improving processes, a mindset that would later revolutionize manufacturing. His path to automotive greatness was far from linear. In the 1880s and 90s, Ford worked as a steam engine mechanic and later for the Edison Illuminating Company, where he rose to chief engineer. Nights and weekends were devoted to experimenting with gasoline-powered vehicles. In 1896, he completed his first self-propelled vehicle, the quadricycle, a rudimentary machine with 4 bicycle wheels and a 2-cylinder engine. Though primitive, it marked the beginning of his quest to create a reliable, affordable automobile. The dawn of the 20th century saw Ford attempt several automotive ventures. He co-founded the Detroit Automobile Company in 1900, but it folded within a year due to high prices and poor quality. Undeterred, he partnered with investors to launch the Henry Ford Company in 1901, only to leave after disagreements over direction. In 1903, with $28,000 in backing from 12 investors, he established the Ford Motor Company. His mission was clear: build a car that was durable, simple, and priced within reach of the average American worker. Early models like the Model 1903 and Model 1906 gained traction. But Ford's breakthrough came with the Model in 1908. Designed for rugged American roads and mass appeal, it featured a lightweight frame, a reliable 20-horsepower engine, and a price tag of $825, far below competitors. Its success hinged not just on design, but on Ford's radical rethinking of production. By 1910, he moved operations to the Highland Parkland, where he began experimenting with assembly line techniques. The true revolution arrived in 1913 with the introduction of the moving assembly line. Inspired by meatpacking plants in Chicago, Ford broke car assembly into discrete, repetitive tasks performed by specialized workers. Chassis moved on conveyor belts, parts were delivered just in time, and each station focused on a single operation. This innovation slashed production time for a Model from 12 hours to just 93 minutes. Costs plummeted, allowing Ford to lower the car's price repeatedly. By 1925, it was $260. By 1927, over 15 million models had been sold, transforming America into a nation on wheels. Ford's impact extended beyond manufacturing. In 1914, he stunned the business world by announcing the $5-day wage, double the average for factory workers. While critics called it reckless, Ford understood that better-paid workers could afford to buy his cars, creating a virtuous cycle of demand. He also reduced the workday to 8 hours and instituted profit-sharing plans, setting new standards for labor relations. Yet his benevolence had limits. He fiercely opposed unions, installed surveillance to monitor workers, and maintained strict rules on personal conduct. Despite his progressive policies, Ford's personal views were deeply problematic. In the 1920s, he purchased Dearborn in Denton, a newspaper that published anti-Semitic articles and promoted the protocol of Fofens. He later apologized and halted publication, but the damage to his reputation lingered. His isolationist stance during World War II and admiration for Henry Ford's style efficiency in Nazi Germany further complicated his legacy. Technological evolution never stopped. In 1927, Ford shuttered Model production to retool for the Modella, which featured a more modern design and improved performance. Though successful, it couldn't match the cultural dominance of its predecessor. During the Great Depression, Ford's factories stayed open, but his resistance to unionization led to violent clashes, including the 1932 Ford massacre at the River Rouge plant. By the 1940s, his son Etzel's leadership modernized the company, but Henry's influence waned. World War II marked a pivot. Ford's River Rouge complex became a vital arms producer, manufacturing V-24 Liberator bombers and military vehicles. The Willow Run plant, built in 1941, produced one bomber every 63 minutes, a testament to Ford's assembly line genius applied to wartime needs. Post-war, the company faced stiff competition from General Motors and Chrysler, but Ford's foundational innovations had already reshaped global industry. Key elements of his legacy include Assembler Eventon pioneered mass production techniques that became standard in manufacturing. Affordable automobiles made cars accessible to middle-class families, democratizing mobility. $5 day wage raised living standards for workers and set precedents for fair pay. Industrial built the River Rouge complex, one of the largest integrated factories in history. Cultural impact. The Model became a symbol of American ingenuity and the machine age. Controversially, his anti-Semitism and authoritarian management marred his reputation. Today, Henry Ford remains a paradox, a visionary who empowered millions while harboring regressive beliefs. His name isn't merely synonymous with cars, it's synonymous with the very idea of industrial progress. From a Michigan farm to global influence, his story teaches us that innovation, while transformative, must be guided by ethical responsibility. The roads we drive, the factories we build, and the wages we earn still echo his genius and his warnings.